It'll take a lifetime to tunnel through this.
The Cyclops said there were other ways into the underworld. That means there are other ways out.
Shades, the dead. We are strangers to this realm, but they know it well. They can show us the way out of this place.
There's gonna be a problem in this one as well. I select some smooth. Still smooth. Maybe it was the amount of lava on the previous map, because when I didn't finish the thought that I started and didn't finish the last mission was in the Titans, the final Atlantis mission, if any unit walked on water, it would tank the game frame rate. And it wasn't because of my computer. My computer was more than sufficient. Oh yeah, these are the super shades times 20 against myth. I'll save this one. I'm gonna scout with it, even though I get more shades later, I think. I mean, I know I get more shades, it's just...
These shades can see and fight for us, but we should be careful how we use them.
You must journey through Hades' realm and collect his lost relics.
Yeah, one thing they did, Vadiet, the cobra, I almost called it snake, has raw damage up front with a poison damage over time effect. And it can be pretty deadly compared to the base game where it was laughable against heroes. See, Arcantos was 50% health, and 1 or 2 attacks from the snake did like 40 health to Hoplite. Cabinets. Oh right, no, Charon fairies. Spooky fairy of the river Styx. Now that I think of it, they industrialized Charon, because in the various legends and epos, tales and whatever, there's always one Charon. Charon. Chiron. Depends on the language. And in Hades 1, the roguelike game, or roguelite, there is also only one Charon. But in here you get... and it makes sense, because he can be everywhere. Or can he? There's a series called Discworld. I've read it. I've read many of the books from the series. It's good fun. It has a lot of interesting points in which in that world can be... I think a lot of the things that the author said in the book can also be applied to this world, and that maybe the book was a commentary to a degree of sorts. And that happens often, but intentional commentary doesn't necessarily happen often. Oh, I spent a shade on a Medusa. Okay. Well, good thing I kept at least one. And in that world, Death is a male skeleton. It's a man. And there's a lot of ways to tackle that when translating it. I think the language that I speak, my first language, the translator did a great job there. Because death is conceived in this country as a feminine word. Ta, smrt. She, death, basically. And he did it as smrtya. You know, softened the final syllable and made it a he death. And in that world, why it's relevant is in that world, he can be everywhere because he can pause time. So even though he's only one, it appears as if he would be everywhere for an outside observant. For an outside observer, which there are some outside observers in that world, because there are forces above death, below death, and beside great to death. He death, that is. And there even comes a point in time when he goes on vacation.
Volume. Malista. Est malista.
And you can only imagine, because there is no replacement for him, no stand-in, what kind of chaos that creates, because death ceases... They don't... Yeah, good. They don't auto-aggro.
There's the first relic.
In a world where death is not a thing,
Esto.
nothing dies, so
Volume.
not even crops.
Volume.
So the people that are starving, but they can't kill anything, they can't harvest crops, or they can, but they can't turn them into food. Just creates all sorts of chaos.
Esto.
And
Ne. Vol malista.
You have been granted the power of bronze.
Esto.
and he makes a point in there that there can never be an absence of something if humans are present. Or something like that. It's been a long time since I've read that specific book about the vacation of death.
Etimos.
So other deaths start to appear. You know,
Volume.
stand-ins, so to speak. Oh, I remember this. You get a lightning statue somewhere. I don't remember where.
Esto.
Or do you?
Etimos.
Maybe you don't. Oh well. Just do some murder things. And so you have a death for... Now, I'm gonna exaggerate because I don't remember the types, but there's a death for wheat. And you could think of it as
Etimos. Volume.
just a little wheat stalk with a scythe. You can have a death for birds. It's just a bird skeleton with a scythe and a coat with a cape and whatever. One death that I do remember appears or materializes is rat death. And the rat death is the only death that he death doesn't kill and just keeps.
Ne. Esto.
But I digress. He makes a lot of points in the book, and they're very good. They are very good. Very fun series.
Ne.
What's in here? Oh, nice, more units. I don't think these are here in the base game. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I think there's Medusa on the other side or something. Oh wait, no. This should be 3. And then there should be enemies. Like here or something. Viziers. So many Viziers. In the base game, these insta-kill any unit, and I think myth units as well. Or they do a huge ton of damage. A huge sum of damage. But in here, they apply a damage over time effect. They're still pretty good, but there's better ways to use favor. Give me that shade. No need to fight the Manticore.
Ne. Etimos. Kalos. Ne.
Prossesce?
Etimos. Malist.
2, 3, 1, 3 crocodiles. Let's see, there should be some Petsuchai, I think. Petsuchos being the laser... not serpent, lizard. Nice.
I will ferry you across the river Styx, but beware the creatures beneath the waves.
Yeah. Hey, a kraken. And B,
Έστω.
I think a few war turtles, or you get a war turtle,
Πάνι.
and
Βούλο.
then
Ορθός. Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος. Καλώς. Εισβολή.
and then Leviathan. No, you get a Leviathan. Damn it! I remember. I just had to cop
Ορθός.
Jormungandr. Serpents. One of those steam
We have been
serpents.
granted restoration.
Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος.
So Jormungandr is gonna be the annoying one.
Έτοιμος.
But fairies get a bonus against the myth. Yeah, so... Hello, I will get help.
Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος.
Very spacious ship. 60 space.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Yeah, their accuracy is utter ass.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
In the base game, I think the Krakens do get their ability. In here, they don't.
Πρόσταγμα.
Oh, no, my boat. 4 health.
Έτοιμος.
Okay. Any more?
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
I don't see which is the one that has the shades. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
This one has shades.
Έτοιμος.
Okay, I was just testing. See what appears. If there are any surprises, contrary to the base game.
Πρόσταγμα.
Maybe they
Έτοιμος.
gave them
Λέγε.
worse accuracy because these Kraken don't get the insta-kill.
Πρόσταγμα.
No, no. Damn it.
Λέγε. Έτοιμος.
I could, of course,
Prospect.
land
Lege,
the shades
lege.
and then lure the Kraken to the shore. I think I did that at least once.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Yeah, that's it.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι.
Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Καλώς.
Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα.
We are rescued.
Λέγε.
Ah,
Έτοιμος.
forest
Πάνι.
fire. And then a plague of snakes, of course, or serpents. I will kill that budget. Because those are gonna be annoying with the poison.
Λέγε. Ορθός.
Ναι. Έστω.
Έτοιμο. Βούλο. Ορθός. Πάνι.
Έτοιμος. Καλώς.
Λέγε. Πόρο.
Καλώς.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
I don't know why our snakes... Well, I know.
Ορθό.
When I
Έτοιμος. Λέγε.
take at least a second to think about it, I can guess, but
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
the Plague of Serpents is such a weak god power. And it makes sense because Egyptians are focused on economy, so they get powers to hinder others' economy. But maybe if it put down...
Λέγε. Καλώς.
who cares? Ensemble doesn't exist, and
Έτοιμος.
Bill Gates... I mean... Microsoft Game Studios doesn't care what a
Βούλομαι.
customer
Λέγε.
thinks.
Ορθός. Έτοιμος.
Recently,
Καλώς.
Age of Empires 3 Definitive will get no more DLCs and no more content. Only bug fixes and patches.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι.
Or so I've read
Orthos.
and heard, and got the impression of.
Έστω.
And it wasn't performing poorly, it had better player numbers than Retold.
Εισβολή.
They announced they had two
Καλώς.
civilizations planned, and then they didn't.
Καλώς. Ναι. Είσαι έτοιμος.
Έτοιμος. Εις μάχην. Πάνι. Καλώς. Εισβολή. Εις μάχην. Λέγε.
Ναι. Έστω. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Βούλομαι. Esto. Malista. Esto. Volume. Malista.
That's far. 18, 16. Oh. Color me impressed.
Ναι. Volume. Καλώς.
Πρόσταγμα πάνι. Ορθώς.
Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα. Εισβολή. Καλώς.
I think the final one is Lightning Storm.
Vulume. Malis. Vulume.
A lightning storm, granted from Zeus.
From Hera.
Έτοιμος.
Oh, alright, because saying Zeus granted it would make little sense, so they just say Hera. They want to make the, hey, it's actually Zeus who's helping you, a more gradual instead of instantaneous. Okay, that's a good change. More shades, give. Wonderful. Not so wonderful. Oh yeah, this does happen at some point. I think there's more shades that I get. Yeah, forest fire occurs here, not earlier. I
Λέγε πάνι.
thought it would be earlier, but no.
Εισβολή.
Because in the original there are trees here that are on fire. Perpetually.
Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθώς.
Έστω. Ναι. Καλώς.
Ναι. Μάλιστα. Καλώς.
So, be careful not to have my shades catch fire. They could have, if they wanted it to be, if they wanted more attention to detail, they could have
Volume.
created a player called Underworld, and, so that it would say Underworld has used God Power Forest Fire.
Μάλιστα. Έστω. Καλώς. Ναι.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος. Εισβολή.
Πρόσεχε. Έστω. Εισβολή.
Ναι. Volume.
Wolves are a little passive,
Λέγε ορθώς. Πάνι.
just like the NPCs in the recent Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay demonstration. Air quotes demonstration. Give me that.
Λέγε
I think there
ορθώς.
are hydras here at the end. Hmm. Don't mind me. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey! I can stand... there's a way to cheese this. You can definitely push them. They didn't think this through, huh?
Έτοιμος. Καλώς.
Okay. Oh yeah, these colossi are going down. Whoosh!
Ναι. Μάλιστα. Εισβολή.
I don't actually need any of the god powers. You're supposed to go wild in this mission, I guess. But I don't really need to.
Λέγε
Έτοιμος.
χώρο. Καλώς.
Put him down.
Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο.
Ναι. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμο. Πάνι.
Έστω. Ναι. Καλώς.
Προστάλησε. Έστω. Καλώς.
Μάλιστα. Volume.
Βούλομαι.
Ναι.
Any enemies?
Our task is complete. The lost relics are returned.
Now for a little bit of praying.
Temples. Arcantos. The gods have favored you before. Perhaps one of them will now, if you ask.
We are lucky that one of these honors Poseidon. it is no use. Why does Poseidon not respond?
Perhaps it is another who favors you. What of Zeus?
Everyone go! Quickly! Move!
We should have opened the first gate to Tartarus.
And if you had killed the Atlantean when he came to take the trident back from you, we would have.
What if he escapes the underworld?
What if he does? He isn't going to gather an army and bring it to Egypt before I've let the old one out.
What of the Egyptian gods?
Only Osiris would stand against us. And Kemsit claims Set has seen to him.
Excellent. If Arkantos does manage to escape Erebus, he will not escape me again.
He had better not. Poseidon wishes his sons return to power. No man from Atlantis will stop this.
No. And the next one is Introduction of Amanra. I think I'm gonna listen to what voice they gave to Amanra in here, because I think the original one was fine. I am Amanra. Well, that was off on the tone. She's more like, I am Amanra. Something like that.